All right, so I got another story to tell you guys about about some chick that we used to call Fat Amy. Fat Amy lived in the same apartment complex we lived in Fresno on Sussex Street. She's a fat white chick. She liked to fuck around with meth sometimes. Um, just a she's like a dirty white girl, you know. She wore sweatshorts all the time. Shirts had holes in them. She was real sloppy looking. She had a couple kids. She lived by herself, and she lived in the same building that my grandmother and me lived in. But by this time, I had already moved out and moved into another apartment on Dakota Street. I think it was between First and Fresno Street with my mom and my kid's mother, who was pregnant at the time. So during this time, I started selling meth out there in Fresno because the shit that they had out there, they were dealing with a lot of fucking terrible meth or peanut butter crank. You know, it was just garbage. And I can get some good stuff out in LA, so we used to get it sent up to the house in Folgers coffee cans in the mail. If I didn't go down there and pick some up, or have somebody bring some up when they came up to visit, just make a phone call and the person would go buy a big Folgers can, take out all the coffee, put the dope in there, put the coffee back in there, put it in a box and send it over to Fresno. Now I don't know if that really helped, you know. I mean, I don't know if the dog sniffed it, they would have found it or what. I don't know. It's just something we used to do. I was told to do that, so that's what I was doing. Send it to, we were getting it sent up to me in Folgers cans. So I was getting some pretty good stuff, you know. One day I was at my grandmother's apartment, and Fat Amy shows up. And she hits me up. She's like, "Hey, you got anything on you?" And I was like, "Yeah, I got some on me. What do you need?" And she's like, "Let me get a 20." And I said, "All right." So I'm digging in my pocket to get my sack out. And she's like, "But you know, I ain't got no money right now. You know, can you front me until Friday?" Usually I wouldn't front nobody, but she lived like I said, she lived in the same building as my grandmother, in that one building, the center building, across the hallway, like 2 doors down. So I would see her all the time. Plus, she would always be at my grandmother's house. So I was like, "Yeah, you know, I'll front you, but you know, you're gonna have to pay me 40 on Friday." And she's like, "What? Fuck, $40? Come on, you know, why you charge me double?" I said, "That's the way it's gonna be. If you want it, you'll take it. If you don't, then don't fucking take it. I don't care. But you're gonna pay me $40." So she's like, "Okay, fine. I'll give you $40." So I give her the 20. She takes off. Come Friday, I go to her house, or her apartment, and she ain't got the money. She's got tons of fucking excuses why she ain't got my $40. So I'm like, "All right," you know. She's like, "You know, give me a couple days. You know, I'm waiting on my check and all this other bullshit." Like I said, she was on welfare. She was getting food stamps and all this other shit, you know. So she's like, "Just give me a couple days and wait on my check, and I'll give you the 40 as soon as I get my check." All right, whatever. So I leave. I mean, it's no big deal. It's 20. It's only a 20 sack that I gave her. I really don't give a shit, you know. So a few days go by, and I run into her again. You know, like I said, I wasn't living in those apartments anymore, but I was always over there because I was selling dope over there, or I go see my family members over there. But I was always there. So I run into her again. I'm like, "Hey, what's up, Fat Amy? Where's my money at?" You know. Again, she has fucking excuses why she ain't got my money. So I'm like, "You know what? You better pay me." You know what I mean? Because you know, you have all these excuses, but you didn't have all these fucking excuses when you asked me for the dope. So you better pay me my money. Again, I'm sorry, I'm gonna get it. I got my check, but I had to pay the rent, and I had to do this and do that, buy stuff for my kids, and all this shit. You know what I mean? I was like, you know what? Those are excuses. I don't give a fuck. When next time you get some money, you make sure that I get paid first. I don't give a fuck about your kids. I don't give a fuck if you got food in your house. I don't give a fuck if your electricity gets turned off or you can't pay the rent. They ain't got nothing to do with me. Pay me my $40. So she's okay. I'm gonna get with you. I said like 2 weeks go by. I'm not really sweating because, like I said, it's only a 20 that I gave her, but it became the principle of it all, and it kind of will show you my mentality and how fucked up of a person that I was back then, or how fucked of a person that I could be. If you think you're gonna get over, you know. So again, a couple weeks go by, and there I go, fuck it, go by her house, knock on her door. Where my money at? Again, more fucking excuses. I mean, it's only $40 fucking dollars. Just like, give me my fucking money. You know what I mean? But she had more excuses, more excuses, more excuses. So I said, okay. You keep playing these fucking games. I gotta keep running around looking for you, chasing you around. From now on, every single day that you don't pay me, I'm adding $20 to it. And she's like, well, $20 every single day? Every single day. Until I get my money, you're gonna owe me $20 every single fucking day. And until I'm just, every fucking month you're paying me something. But you're gonna pay me my money. So, and for me it was just like an incentive. All I wanted her to do is, if she didn't have the money, just fuck it, let me go borrow $40 from somebody and pay him his money so I can get out of this situation. Because it was only a 20, and I know that's what she was thinking, like, fuck, it was only a 20. Now I'm in a bad situation with this guy. So I'm thinking that she's gonna go out, go get $40 from somebody, come back and pay me my money. No, she don't. As time goes by, it gets up to $250. So I go see her again. Knock on her door. Where's my fucking money at? Excuses. I said, you owe me $250. No, actually it was $260. I said, you owe me $260. And I want my fucking money now. I don't give a fuck what you give me, but I want some money right now. And she's all shocked. Like, $260? How do I owe you $260? I said, I told you every day is $20. So she's like, oh my God, like I can't pay you that and blah, blah. I said, I know, you can't even pay me the $40 fucking dollars you owe me. I said, but you better pay me because I'm gonna come in your house one of these days and start taking shit out of here. So, I don't give a fuck if it's your shit, your kid's shit, I don't care. I'll come in your house and start taking shit, your TVs, whatever I can take, I'm gonna take it. So pay me my money. You might as well just give me something. Again, she has fucking excuses. So I said, all right. I take off. And trying to figure what happened next. What was first to come? I went to my grandmother's house one day. And when I walk in, Fat Amy's there. And she's sitting on the couch. And she's there with my grandmother, my grandmother's husband, Hank. We call him Grandpa Hank. By this time, she already owed me $500. So, excuse me, because my mouth is getting really watery. My stomach's getting upset. I'm trying to fucking vomit. All right, sorry about that. So, anyway, I see Fat Amy in there, and I tell her like, "Where's my fucking money at, man? You owe me $500." And she's like, $500? Like, again, shocked. I say, yeah. Every day I'm adding $20. And, damn, there it goes again. Damn, cancer sucks. Trying to burp. So yeah, I tell her, you owe me $500. Where's my fucking money at? Even my grandma was like, what did she owe you $500 for? And I told her, I said, she wanted a 20 over a month ago. I told her in front of her, she owed me double. She ain't paid me, so I kept telling her, pay me my money. She wouldn't pay me, so I kept adding $20 every single day. And my grandma was like, it's fucking ridiculous. And I said, well, all she had to do was pay me my fucking $40 on Friday, but she didn't. And she's been running around playing these fucking games. And my grandma was like, you're being ridiculous. And I said, whatever. She owed me $500 fucking dollars, and I want my fucking money. And I told her, I said, I'm gonna hurt you, Amy. If you don't pay me my money, I'm gonna fucking hurt you. And I'm not fucking around. So I want some of my money. You could tell she wanted to cry. She was scared, like, fuck, what am I gonna do now? I'm not gonna do nothing there to her in my grandmother's apartment. So I'm just like, okay, that's fine. So I start talking to my grandfather, but I know my grandfather has next to him, he has a couple fishing poles. And he's looking through a tackle box. And we, being out there in Fresno, there was a lot of places to go fishing. Sportsman's Club, Pine Flat. There was, quite a few places we can go fishing, the San Joaquin River. So we used to do that a lot. If we weren't selling dope, fucking around, drinking, we were fishing. Me, my brother, my cousins, my uncles, we'd be at the Sportsman's Club or Pine Flat somewhere fishing. So we all had fishing gear. But he's looking at some stuff that was brand new. It was a brand new tackle box about this big. It had 2 layers that folded out. Nice size. Everything in there was brand new. And there was 2 fishing poles and reels right there next to the Lazy Boy Cherry sitting. And the reels were like Abu Garcia reels and I think Ugly Stick poles. So it cost us some money. It wasn't cheap shit. So I was like, hey Hank, where'd you get the fucking fishing equipment? And he's like, oh, it's not mine, it's Fat Amy's. And I'm like, look over, I said, that's your shit? And she's like, no, it's not mine, it's my brother's. My brother, he came up on this stuff, and I was just showing your grandfather because I know he likes to fish. I said, all right. I said, well, let me have it. And she's like, well, I can't give you that, it's my brother. I said, look, you owe me $500. I'll take $250 off if you give me that shit right now. If not, fuck you, pay me my $500. But I'm gonna hurt you. She's arguing about it for a minute that she can't because it's her brother. So I said, I don't give a fuck whose stuff it is. You owe me money. So you want to pay me or you want me to give me that shit, take $250 off what you owe me. So she was like, fine, take it. I don't know what to tell my brother, but whatever, take it. I said, okay, well, fuck what you tell your brother. I got the shit. My grandpa was like, what the fuck? I packed it up, grabbed it, I'm gone. Take it back, I was showing my brother and my cousins, like, look at all this shit I came up on Fat Amy. We ended up going fucking fishing after that. With all that equipment, I could have left it alone. It was only a fucking 20 that I gave her, but I was like, fuck that. I wanted to be into her pockets. I wanted to be able to, every time I see her, pat her pockets. Whenever I could. $20 here, $40 here, that's, that beer, cigarettes, what. I can continuously pat this chick's pockets if she owed me money. So that's why I didn't leave it alone. I was like, fuck this bitch, you know? And so now she's back down to $250. I don't hear from her. I think a week went by and I was in my apartment. And my uncle comes to my apartment. And we're bullshitting. It's me, him, my mom, my kid's mother, my brother. And we're all just bullshitting. And he said he was gonna leave. He's like, I'm gonna take off now. So where are you gonna go? He's like, oh, I'm gonna go to grandma's house. I said, what's going on over there? He's like, oh, they're barbecuing carne asada. And they have beer and carne asada over there. I said, who's over there? He's like, oh, Grandma, Hank, and Fat Amy. Fat Amy bought all the carne asada and all the beer. I was like, what? She's over there and she got some money? He's like, yeah, she's got a welfare check, so and her food stamps. So she bought all the stuff. And I'm like, this fucking bitch. So I tell my kid's mom, come on, let's go. I tell mom, I'll meet you over there. Don't tell her I'm coming. So he's like, okay. So he leaves, me and my kid's mom get in the car and we take off. I said, look, what I want you to do is I want you to go to the front door. Don't go in, just go to the front door. I'm gonna go to the back gate. I'm gonna look over and make sure she's in there. When she's in there, I'm gonna jump the fucking gate, but I know when she sees me, she's gonna take off. But she can't get far, she's fat. She's not gonna go far. Just stop her at the door and push her back in the house. So she's like, all right. Cause my kid's mother, you know, she was down with that shit. You know, she was a gangster chick. You know, she's from LA too. She was from my neighborhood. So we drive over there, get out of the car, and I go, I'm gonna give you like 10 seconds to get to the front door. Then I'm gonna jump the fence. So I let her get to the front, and I look over the fence, and you know, I'm 6'5", so I can just look over and I can see. I look over and I see Fat Amy sitting in there. My grandmother, I think she was in the kitchen area, and my grandfather was sitting on the lazy boy drinking a beer in a beer mug. So I jump up on the fence, I pull myself up on top of the fence, and she sees me. As soon as she sees me, this fat bitch gets up and she bolts to the front door. I jump the fence, I open the slider, and as I'm running through, I'm passing my grandfather. My grandmother's looking, what the fuck is going on? Because this bitch is running out. She gets to the front door, and I can hear my kid's mother say, where you going, bitch? And she's pushing her back into the house. She's pushing her in the house, and I grab her by her hair. And I yank her back into the house, and I slam her against the wall, and I grab her by the throat, and I have her against the wall, and I'm choking. I'm like, I told you I want my fucking money. Where's my money at? And she's like trying to get me off her. She's telling me I can't breathe, and I'm telling her, I know you can't breathe. I'm fucking choking you. Where's my fucking money? And my grandmother comes running up. She's like, what the fuck are you doing? I said, I told you this bitch owes me money. She's over here buying fucking carne asada and beer. She don't pay me my fucking money. And my grandma's like, don't be doing this shit in my house. You're acting ridiculous. She already gave you all that fishing equipment. It was only $20. And I said, I don't give a fuck what it was. She owed me $250. I want my fucking money right now. So my grandma's like, you better get the fuck out of here doing that shit in my house. I said, I'm going to deal with this shit and then I'm going to leave. Don't worry about it. I'll deal with her and then I'm gone. My grandfather don't say shit. He just sit on the couch. Like, he don't get involved. He don't even get up. So I let her go. She's trying to catch her breath. I said, I want my fucking money. I told you I'm gonna hurt you. And she's like, I don't have it. I had to pay my I had to pay my bills, and I had to buy food for the kids. And I don't give a fuck about your kids. Fuck your kids, man. Where's my fucking money at? And she's like, hold on. She gets her purse. She's digging through her purse, and she gives me a money order. And the money order said PG&E on it, which is the electric company up there in Fresno. At the time, I don't know if it still is, but PG&E was the electric company up there. It said PG&E, I think it was like $75 written on the money order. So she's like, here's $75. And I'm looking at it, I said, the fuck am I gonna do with this? I want cash, I don't want a fucking money order. Besides, you owe PG&E on the fucking thing already. She's like, well, the receipt's attached to it still, you can go get your money back. I said, well, why the fuck do I gotta go do all that? Why I gotta go to the store and cash this fucking thing? I want cash. I don't need this. Throw it back at her. I don't want this fucking thing. I want cash. And so I'm coming back, and I'm gonna continue adding money to you, the money you owe me. So my grandma's like, get the hell out of here. She's pissed off. My grandma's like, get the fuck out of here. I don't want you in my house doing that shit, you know. You're acting ridiculous. So I tell my kids, Mom, let's go. So we leave. A couple days later, I tell my mom, hey Mom, Fat Amy will need $250. Let's go down there. Let's go down there and collect it. I'll give you half of it. Like I said, my kid's mother was pregnant at the time. I really didn't want to be involved in all that shit. I did the last time, but I really didn't want to do it again. So, to my mom. Because again, my mom was like, had the same mentality I did. My mom had that I don't give a fuck attitude. And, you know, my mom was with it. So I told her, just go get the money, I'll give you half of it. She owed me $250. I said, all right. So I go in my room, and I used to carry a straight razor. And not one of the ones they have now where you break off a piece of razor blade and stick it in there where they do your haircuts. No, I had a real one. It had like a pearl handle. I used to carry that shit in my pocket, in my back pocket all the time. So I took the straight razor and I put it in my back pocket because I was like, fuck, I'm tired of dealing with this chick. If she don't pay me my money, you know, I'm not going to kill her over the money, but I'm going to hurt her for the money. You know, not a lot, but I'm going to get my point across to her. That's what I was thinking. I'm going to get her, I'm going to put my point across to her that she better pay me my fucking money. So we leave, go to the apartment complex, and I knock on the door, and some dude answers it. He's like a grubby looking white boy. He has no shirt on, no shoes, no socks. He's in cut off Levi shorts that have the fucking strings all hanging from the body. He looked dirty. He opens the door and he's like fucking with tweak bumps on his chest. He's like popping fucking pimples on his chest. So he opens the door, he's like, yeah? And I go, where's Fat Amy? And he's like, she's not here. I said, oh, when's she gonna be back? He's like, I don't know. You know where she's at? No. All right. Do me a favor. Let her know Big Mike came by. He's like, oh, so you're the Big Mike that has my fishing equipment? And I said, yeah. Who are you? I'm her brother. Okay. So you have my fishing equipment? Yeah. So how much money she owe you? I said, she owed me $250. He goes, I was told that it was over 20. I said it was. I gave her 20. She was supposed to pay me 40. She never paid me. Got up to $500. I took the fishing equipment. Now she owes me 250. He goes, man, that's wrong. What you're doing is wrong. You know what I mean? You already got my fishing equipment that was all brand new. You took it. That should be payment right there. I said, it's not. It's not fucking payment. We had an agreement. He's like, well, that's wrong, man, what you're doing, and blah, blah, blah. I said, I don't give a fuck. I want my fucking money. That's it. So tell your sister I came by here, and I'll be back later, and I'm going to come back here every fucking day until I get my money. If not, I'm going in and taking shit out of the house. So he reaches into his pocket, and he pulls out money. I don't know how much it is. He pulls it out, and he's like, here. And I look at it and said, I don't want your money. He's like, I'm trying to pay you. I said, I don't want your money. I want your sister's money. I want your sister to fucking give me that money, not you. So tell your sister I'm coming back. And he starts mouthing off. And so I step to him, and he tells, because there's a woman in the house, I can see her, she's behind him, sitting on the couch. She had just took a kid out of the bathroom. She's drying this kid off. And he starts talking shit, and he turns around, he tells her, grab the gun. And as soon as he says that, my mother runs right past me, past him, into the house. She runs straight to the girl. The girl's reaching under the fucking couch cushions. And I pull out the razor. And I go to slice him. I was trying to slice him in the stomach. So I go to slice him, but he backs up. Then I hit him, and he falls into the dirt right there by the door. He gets up. I don't know what's going on in the house now because I'm paying attention to him. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I can hear people wrestling around there. He gets up, takes off, running. He ain't, like I said, he ain't got no shoes, no socks, no shirt, just cut off Levi. He takes off running. So then I look and my mom is wrestling around with this girl with a fucking rifle. She fucking pulls it from her and the girl takes off with the kid and I think she ran into the bathroom and closed the door. So then I take off after the dude. And I'm running down the hallway and he hits a brick wall. And on the other side of that brick wall, well, on top of that brick wall was barbed wire. Because on the other side of that brick wall was the post office where they parked their little trucks in the back. He jumped that fucking fence without touching the barbed wire. I look over the fucking wall and he's running. So then I run back to where my mom was at. And she has the rifle and I said, let me see it. It was a fucking BB gun. So I fucking throw that shit on the couch and I said, let's go, man. Let's get in the car. Let's gotta fucking find this dude. So we get in a little Volkswagen and we take off. We're going down Blackstone. But then we went up Blackstone twice looking for this guy. Don't find him. It's like, fuck, all right, let's go back to the house. We go back to the house. 2 days later, I fucking go back over there. Knocking on the door. Nobody answers. One of the neighbors comes out. And they're like, you looking for Fat Amy? I'm like, yeah, where's she at? They're like, she's gone. It's like, what do you mean she's gone? He's like, yeah. 2 nights ago, they fucking packed their shit in the middle of the night. They took off. They moved out. I think she went to Madeira. I'm like, she fucking left? And they're like, yeah. The apartment's empty. They moved out in the middle of the night. And I was like, all right, fuck it. I got my fucking $20. It wasn't like, it was like I said, it was the fucking principle of it all. Fat Amy was trying to get over on me and I wasn't going to allow her to do it. And it was a couple months of chasing this chick around. It was, like I said, it was, shows you how fucked up my mentality was because I was kind of enjoying chasing her around. I was enjoying intimidating her. I was enjoying taking what I could from her. I was enjoying fucking with her. I didn't need her money. I already got it. It was just, that was my mentality. I had her like in the palm of my hand when I needed, if I needed something, I can go take it from her house if I wanted to. So it was kind of like an emergency fund for me. If I kept her under my thumb, if I really needed some money, I would just go into her house and take her shit. Go sell it, get a little bit of money. It was a thrill of the chase for me, I think, with her. Chasing her around, fucking with her. And at that time, I liked doing it. I liked the way it made me feel about intimidating her or anybody else, putting pressure on them, seeing them scared, seeing them run. And here I am chasing after them. It was just the thrill of the chase for me with Fat Amy, and she's not the only one. There was other people that I would do shit like that too. But yeah, that's the story of Fat Amy. I never got the rest of my money, but I did get all that fishing equipment, and it was worth way more than what she owed me. We had a lot of good times at the fishing, at the Sportsman's Club, fishing and drinking beer, at the cost of Fat Amy's brother. So that's the story of Fat Amy.